Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and today is day 4 of our series for, let's see, what did we call it? We called it a personalized video tutorials, and it's the quarantine series, as most everybody is referring to it. But I had told in an earlier video that I would try to do a video a day, at least one a day. This will be the second one for today. And put it up so that you guys that are shut in and staying home like me, that you will have something to do and create and something to keep you occupied. I know that's what helps me through things like this, so that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to do these as long as we can. There may come a time that I have to take a day off, but if I do, then I do. I'll just let you know in the community thread there. All right, this is day 4, and it is Cindy. And Cindy said, all the journal flips like Wendy does in her journals. Okay, I don't know who Wendy is, but I'm assuming that it is a Wendy from, let's see, Wendy's Journal Adventures. I think that may be who she's referring to. I just went and did a search for Wendy's flip journals, and this is what I come up with. I come up with a lady's name that was Wendy, and her channel is Wendy's Journal Adventures. This is her idea. It's not mine. I'm just doing this because Cindy had requested it. But her link, Wendy's link for her channel will be below. Please go over there and check her out. She does a lot of these flips and things for your journals. They're very, very pretty. So Wendy, thank you so much for your tutorial, and Cindy, thank you so much for your suggestion. This is going to be our Cindy flip journal. So this is what it is right here. Flips out this way, flips open that way. You have pocket here, 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 and here. And this one I do have a tag. I don't have a tag in all of them, but I went ahead and made a tag in that one. And the suggestion that Wendy did in her video is how I made that tag. It's very, very smart, very ingenious. We'll tell you about that in the video. But that is what it is. Now you can use this as is, or you can glue it down on the inside of your journal. And I will probably be gluing mine on the inside of my journal. And I think I've already put my journal up. Did I put it up? Yeah. I will be putting mine on the inside of my journal, and then once I get the page kind of decorated and built, I'll be putting mine on the inside of my journal like that, so that I can do all sorts of journaling and writing and everything on my little inserts. And I'll have a flip out. So see, if it's glued down there, it'll flip out like that. Gives you a lot of extra room. This is a little pocket here on the front too. All right, so let's get started on this tutorial. I think you're really going to enjoy it. And don't forget to go over and check out Wendy's channel. Okay, she used new envelopes, but I'm going to use just our recycle junk mail envelopes. I think they'll work just as well. That's the ones that I'm going to use on this. So you're going to need 3 that are the same size, is what she says. So I've got 3 there that's the same size. This one was a lot larger, but what you need to do is trim the large one off to the size of your journal. So I did that with mine. My journal's not very much larger than this. So I trimmed it so that this is the journal I'm working in right now, and I'll just show you the page. So I trimmed it to where it would fit in my journal like that, and I'll still have just a little bit of room at the top to put my tag and everything in. So whatever size your journal is, that's what size you need to trim your largest envelope. And this was just a large one. I trimmed about that much off, so that's what we're going to go with right now. Now the first thing that you do, she says, is glue. Oh, let me grab my glue. You glue these tops down. So we're just gonna, hers was self-adhesive, mine are not, so I'm definitely not gonna lick them. So we're gonna glue these down. Let's see, no, we're not gonna glue that down. You just glue the one down on the big one. Now I'm going by only seeing her video one time, so I hope I am doing it justice. But I'm gonna leave her link to this video below, and you go over there and watch it. Now, what she does now is she takes these envelopes and she puts some adhesive here, and she glues this envelope, and let me grab my glasses so I can see. That helps a lot. She puts this envelope down on that little score line right there. just a little bit to the right, so this will still fold over, maybe 1/8 of an inch. So don't glue it all the way down. Glue it just close, so you'll have that just about 1/8 of an inch there. And we're going to glue this one on the left side. And I'm going to make sure that I don't go over my score line. So go close, but not over. Just like that. Now you could use art glitter glue. I'm just using a glue to kind of hurry this thing along here. There we go. So we've got that glued there. And then she comes over to this side, I think. And she glues this one down, just like that. So we're going to go ahead and put some adhesive here. And I'm just using a Pioneer glue stick. Since I'm going to be putting some other layers on top of this, this should work fine. Okay, then she's got that flip. And now she takes this one and she glues it here, if I'm not mistaken, so it'll flip back that way. Now once I get this put together, I'll show you exactly what I've done. And then you watching hers will give you all of the information too, because she is much better at this than me. This is the first time I've tried it. I didn't even try it before I came on camera, so you're seeing the first side of this. Okay, yeah, I think that's what she did. All right, so I started out with my large envelope and I glued this one, the flap of this one, to the back of it, just like that. Then I took another one of those envelopes and I glued it on this side, the flap, just on that side. And then I took the flap of this one and I glued it to that. So you have that and that, or you can do it this way. You can put that one down and then those down, like that. Now, she had an envelope in the back that was a little bit wider, and it made it look a little bit better because you could actually see more out here of that bottom layer. But I didn't have another one that was any wider, so we're going to go with this. This will give you the general idea. Now, let's see what she did. She started covering her pages. Now, I have grabbed out, and she had just printed some paper to cover her pages with. And it was a lot thinner. Mine's not going to be thin because I haven't got anything printed. But I did have this paper in my stash. And I'm thinking that I might use it. And hopefully it will fold pretty good. I'm going to drag my pencil out here. And what she did was she went from the seam over here, or where you put it, glued it together over here, all the way to the top. She covered all of her envelope. So let me cut that off. And I'll tell you what paper line this is in just a minute. Let me see if I can get this down first. Okay, so alright, so that's going to cover those envelopes, just like that. And if I have a little bit extra, all I'll do is just trim it off. It's not a biggie. I am going to use my art glitter glue on this part, because I do want this to stick really, really well. Because I am planning on putting this in my journal. I think it's a very good idea of what she's doing. And I went ahead and followed. I subscribed to her page because she's very, very good at this kind of thing. If you are into art journals or any kind of journaling, things like that, she does a lot of different pockets and things. Make sure I got this right side up. Let's see. Well, where are my notes? Okay, that's right side up right there. I had to find a note that was the right way. So we're going to put this down. I'm going to bring it right to the end. Ooh. Bringing it right to the end of my page. Just like that. And pressing it down. Okay. Now, this little piece right here, what she did is she went ahead and folded it over. And she just used her hand to fold it over, but mine's a little bit thicker, so I'm going to go with my bone folder and see if I can fold it that way and get it straight. Because mine is not a thin paper. She had actually printed off some paper on her printer that was from a company that she had bought some digital paper from, so she didn't have the thickness that I do, but hopefully this is going to work. Okay, that looks good enough right there. And then we still need to put the crease back in this one, or the fold. So let's go ahead and find that place there. Put that fold back in there. Okay. Let's see if I folded that anywhere near straight. She makes it look so easy on her videos. Okay. And my envelopes are a little bit wonky because they are the junk mail envelopes, but I think it's still going to work. So there is one side covered. I love that paper. And then we're going to cover this side. And I have just grabbed another sheet of that same paper collection, and let's see what I want to do. I actually like those buildings on there. I like that. So let's just trim this off about right there, and right there, and then we'll put this piece down across here. Okay. Now you can ink this before you put your sheets down. That will be fine. I'm not going to ink it right now because I'm basically just showing you how this is going to be done. Now she goes ahead and closes up all of these pockets, and then at the end she opens some pockets back up. So we're going to do it the same way that she did. Okay. And I know that mine is going to be a lot bulkier because of my paper being thicker, but I think it'll still work. We'll just have a little bit more bulk than she does. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and just try to fold that over without making a big mess. There we go. And then crease it really well again. So there is that part, and I'm just going to check and make sure I don't have any paper hanging off that needs to be taken care of, and I don't see any. Now she went ahead and I think she covered this part right here. She covered that individually, and then she covered this. So I think I'm going to use this piece to cover over here, and then I'll just wrap the extra around since it's already cut to size. But if you have some thin paper, or if you have some digital paper that you can print off on thin paper, this is ideal to use for that, because you don't get that extra bulk that I'm getting in mine. So if you have some digital paper to print off, this would be a great thing to use it for. And again, I'm just going to grab my bone folder and give me a little bit of a crease there so that I can fold this over and hopefully get it pretty straight. There we go. So we've got that. Looks good so far. And now I think she covered this piece, and let's see what we want to do with that one. I think we're going to have to use, let's see, I think we might have to use this, which is fine because it's already got some decoration on it. I don't have to do a lot to it, so that's fine. I'll just use this side. So I'm going to cut it right there, and make sure that I get it tall enough. Cut it a little bit longer because you can always trim it off. So it's better to have it a little long. It's too short. So let's cut that up through there. And I hate cutting those words in two, but what I'm going to have to do. Let me know in the comments below if you do journaling and if you would like to see some of my journals or like to see some journaling done on here. I would be happy to do that. I just don't do a lot of journaling on camera because there used to be not very many people that did journaling. But I love to journal. I love it. I love to do art journaling. So let me know in the comments below if you're interested in that. And if so, then I'll throw some of those in here. I think this is a good time to do some journaling while all of this virus mess is going on, because we can document what's going on in our lives and in our country right now, so that when our children get older, they can look back and see what mom and dad and grandpa and grandma and everybody went through during this time. So it could be a very good thing for them. Okay, let's see what I'm going to use over here. I've got scraps left. I didn't want to cut into another sheet of paper, so I may just do this here and then find me another scrap for up there and just kind of put that scrap in there and just pull them together and not cut another sheet, because I hate to cut into more of my paper for this. I think it will still look okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark where this one cuts. Right there. And a lot of people ask me what type trimmer this is. This is a Cricut trimmer. And I usually have a link below in the comments all the time about the trimmer, where you can go purchase it if you want. I don't have a discount code for the Cricut. Cricut won't give me a discount code for some reason. I don't know why. They won't give me one to share with my followers, and I don't like that at all. But I also have a link where you can find it on Amazon as well. And a lot of times I've got to where lately I just buy things off of Amazon instead of buying them through the Cricut website, because of how they didn't act like they wanted to give me a code. And it kind of perturbed me a little bit. But I still use their products. I still teach the Cricut. I love the Cricut. I love their products. But it would have been very, very nice if they had given me a code for all of you guys. It wouldn't have helped me any, but it would have helped you a lot. And that's what I wanted. I wanted to be able to help our customers and our followers. So, but anyway, all right, so that's what we're gonna do there, and then I'll just have to trim off a little bit on that side, and that's fine. We'll just go ahead and put it down that way and then just trim it off. And I want to see if I want to do, yeah, I want to trim my bird off, so I'm gonna put the bird down here and then this up at the top. And this is just me using some paper that I didn't want to cut into another full sheet, but you could use your scraps to do this too. I just felt like this would look really good in vintage, and that's what this paper is. It's a vintage line. So I thought that'll look really good in that vintage, so that's what I wanted to use. But you could use a lot of your scraps to do this. It would look so pretty. Any kind of colors. So let me know in the comments below what's going on around your house and in your state. I like to hear from everybody and see what's going on all around. See if everybody is suffering through the same things we are, or if you've got it a little bit better. Hopefully you've got it better. Hopefully it's not hitting your town. I talked to a friend of mine in Utah this morning, and they have really had it bad. You know, they had that earthquake yesterday. So she wasn't too far from the center of where it hit, and they're pretty shook up over that. But at least they're still well. They're okay. It's just that they're shaken. But let me know what's going on. I like to hear from you guys. I like to know if you're okay and if everybody's well. If anybody's sick, we need to hear about that so that we can add you to the prayer list and start praying for you. Okay, let me get this thing turned back right. Sorry, I'm flipping it around and around. I was trying to get it turned back the right way. Now we're going to crease this really, really well. And then I'm going to fold that one over and crease it. I think I've got it all covered, I do believe. Yes. Okay. Now, like I said, you can put this one down and then put that one over the top, but I think I want that one down and then this one over top. Now, what she did now that she had everything covered, she went in and she just took a little sliver off the top right here. And I'm going to go all the way down. I don't think she took a sliver off of this middle one, but I'm going to because I want a pocket there as well. She just took just a little chunk, that much right there, off of there. And that should open up the envelope, and it does. So we've got a pocket there, another pocket there. And then this one was already open, so we have a pocket there. And then we'll cut this one and open up one here. Then she just took her punch and punched out a little thumb pull on here. And I hope mine's going to go through all of this. Oh, yep. Okay. Then we will punch one out here. Alright, so there are your pulls in all of this, and then you can make some tags for it. Now, you could have made your pockets on the side but just by cutting an opening in the side if you wanted to, but I like the fact of all of them falling in from the top. So that is what we have. I really wanted my bird on the front, but that's going to be fine. That's what we have right there. So that folds over that way, that one that way. You can glue it to your journal like this if you want to, and if you are going to glue it into your journal, you wouldn't have had to cover this back part. But if you're just going to use it for an individual piece like this, then you can cover all the parts. But I think that's cute. So it folds up that way, folds out that way. And let's see what we have that we can do a little decorating on here with. Okay, out of the scrap paper that I had left, I cut this little piece, and I'm going to use it as a little pocket right here on the front. So I am just going to go right up the edge, and then right around the bottom, and then up this side. And I'm going to put that right down here at the bottom, just creating a little pocket. And bringing a little bit of that blue into the front. I like that part. And then I've got this, and it just says, "The beautiful journey of today can only begin when we learn to let go of yesterday." So we're going to put that down here. Put it right there. And then I just have a little scrap piece of lace right here, and I'm going to put that right under that little quote right there, and then just trim off the excess. I think that will be cute. And I am going to use some score tape to do that. trim off the end. And then I'm just going to darken it up just a little bit to keep it from looking so stark white with my dauber. And that way it doesn't look so white. It looks a little bit more vintage. And then she said something that I thought was very ingenious. She said if you have some old scrap paper, and let me grab a piece, just an old piece of scrap paper. Here we go. This is something, this is not exactly a scrap, but it's something that I would never use probably. She said take that old scrap paper, if you have it, that you think you'll never use in any of your projects, and create a tag with it and cover that tag with your pretty paper, and then you're all set. You have your tags. Your tags are stiff enough with both papers on there that you don't have to worry about them bending or anything like that. So I thought that was very ingenious. I had never ever thought about that, but that is a fantastic idea. So what I'm going to do is trim this tag off, or trim this paper off to make a tag. I have lots of scraps that I could have used, but I just happen to have this one laying beside me, and I'm not planning on using it for anything else. But you see, it's a nice thick paper. Let's make sure that it goes down in here before I actually cover it. Okay, yes it does. Goes down in there just fine. Now we're going to cover it with some of our pretty paper. Now the back doesn't look so bad, but the front I would not use. So what we're going to do is grab the extra piece of this paper, and I'm just going to probably glue this to the center of that, and then just fold these side pieces over just like that. I think that would work. So we'll cut it off right there. I told you guys I'm making this as we go along. This is not a project that I have already created. This is being made as you watch me. Well, see, now you have a beautiful tag. It's nice and sturdy. And then we can go ahead and cover the back if I have another piece of something here. Let's see. So this is the paper collection that I'm using. It's called Brocada Estance, I guess. Let's see if you can, I'll let you read that since I butcher names. And it's from Ciobella. It's a newer company. They haven't been in business that long, but I love their paper. The paper is beautiful. So I think I might just grab, ooh, no, I don't want to cut those. That's pretty. Okay, that's the problem. See, I don't want to cut either side of the paper. Let me see if I can find one that I might not use the front of. Okay, I don't think I'll use the front of that one, so we'll just cut a piece of this off and put it on the back of this tag. And I won't make you watch me make tags for each one of them because it's going to be the same deal. I'm going to make tags the same way. I'm just going to find my scrap paper, just like Wendy did, and make my tags that way. And then they're nice and sturdy, and I don't have to worry about them bending, and I'm using up some scraps, so that's always good. Okay, we're going to put this down right there on top of that. Okay, so there is my tag. And then another thing that she did that I had not thought about before, she just took a scrap piece of lace. And I have used lace to put through a little opening, but I've never used it just to put a pull tab on a piece like this. And she just stapled that down, and that was her little pull tab. So what we're going to do, now you could go ahead and put a hole here and round off the corners, do whatever you wanted to. I'm just going to leave mine kind of rough like this. I'm stapling it with my Tim Holtz tiny attacher. my favorite staple gun. And then I'm just going to do it like that. Again, I'm going to kind of darken up this, and I'm going to put a little bit of ink around the edges. Okay, so that will go right down in there. Just like that. Isn't that cute? And you know me, it wouldn't be E if she didn't put bling on something. Ooh, that just shot that one across the room. So I'm going to bring a little bit of this blue from down here up to the top by using a little piece of this bling right there and right there. And then I think I'll put a couple of pieces. Isn't that cute? I think that is so cute. And then what she did is on the inside, and I don't have any coffee dyed paper. I don't really have any paper that's coffee dyed or stained or anything right now. I've used it all up. But she took some coffee dyed paper and she just cut some in different levels and different angles and all of that. And she made a little notebook and she taped it right, she glued it right in here. And that way you could use it as a little extra journal if you wanted to. But that is it, guys. That is it for the little Flipfolio that can go in your journal if you want to. You can still put, we've still got places for 3 more tags in here that we could add to. Or you can use this as just a card if you wanted to slip it in an envelope and send it to somebody. That would be great too. Put all kinds of little secrets in each one of them that you wanted to talk to them about. Okay, so Cindy, thank you so much for the suggestion. And Wendy, I know you're probably not watching my videos, but if you do, thank you so much for making this, creating this so that we could see what beautiful work that you do. I am leaving her link below, so please go over and check out her channel. She is amazing at this, at all of these flips and things. All right, we will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for joining us for this series, and I hope you all are staying well. We will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.